Let's be real for a second. The thing you probably find most frustrating about Elon Musk, the chaos, the drama, what if that's the exact reason he succeeds? Well, a new biography makes this dangerous but super compelling argument that his demons are his genius.
And this really forces us to ask a deeply uncomfortable question, one that this entire biography is built around. Could a chill, well-adjusted person ever get humanity to Mars? The book's answer is a hard no.
You see, the central idea here is that you don't get to pick and choose. The genius that figures out how to land rockets is powered by the very same demons that cause all the public meltdowns. It's a package deal. You just can't have one without the other.
And the wild part is, Musk himself basically asked this exact question on Saturday Night Live. This whole biography is like a deep and often pretty dark exploration of why the answer to his own question is a massive no.
So, to really get the drive, you have to understand the pain. The book's first major takeaway is that Musk wasn't just shaped by a tough childhood. No, he was literally forged in a crucible of trauma.
I mean, just try to imagine this. You're 12 years old and you get sent to a survival camp that Musk himself called a paramilitary Lord of the Flies. Bullying wasn't just tolerated, it was kind of part of the curriculum. Kids were given tiny rations and literally had to fight each other to survive.
And this wasn't just, one bad summer. This timeline shows a relentless, brutal pattern. From physical beatings that literally put him in the hospital for a week to years of psychological abuse from his own father. These weren't just events, they were programming.
But the book makes it crystal clear that the deepest scars weren't the physical ones, not even close. After getting beaten so badly he was unconscious, his own father didn't comfort him. He yelled at him for an hour, calling him worthless. That was the real crucible.
And here's what all that pain created. It literally rewired him. He developed, in his own words, a very high pain threshold. It built a man who doesn't just tolerate risk. He's actually deeply uncomfortable with safety and being content.
So what happens when you take that kind of programming and you put it in charge of a multi-billion-dollar company? Well, you get an operating system that his own team has a name for, demon mode. And this is our second key takeaway.
Now, this isn't just a bad mood. It's a switch he flips, one that's totally rooted in that childhood trauma. All empathy just shuts down. All emotion vanishes. There's only the problem and a brutal, intense focus on solving it, no matter what.
And the fuel for this demon mode is what he calls a maniacal sense of urgency. He basically believes that normal timelines get you normal results. But insane timelines, even if you miss them, force breakthroughs that would otherwise be completely impossible.
He even boiled this whole mindset down into a 5-step mantra he just calls the algorithm. And he drilled it into his teams at Tesla and SpaceX so relentlessly that they could basically chant it like a prayer. This is his formula for doing the impossible.
In his world, feelings are just a distraction from the laws of physics. The mission is all that matters. But here's the part that most people miss.
And this brings us to the book's final and I think most controversial takeaway. The idea that the pain from his past and the progress he creates aren't just related, they are completely unbreakably linked.
It's that classic innovator's dilemma. Steve Wozniak once said that his kinder, gentler style might have meant the Macintosh never got made. The book asks that same question of Musk. Could a more stable, happier person ever achieve what he has?
This table really shows that package deal in action. On one side, you've got the flaws. On the other, the incredible feats. And the book argues you can draw a direct line from one to the other. You don't get reusable rockets with that insane risk addiction. You don't get the EV revolution without the lack of empathy. That is the very definition of demon mode.
And this is the uncomfortable truth the book really leaves you with. As one former Tesla president put it, maybe the difficult personality isn't a bug you can just fix. Maybe it's a core feature of his entire operating system.
His ex-wife, Justine, offers what might be the most profound insight into this whole trade-off. His incredible drive, she explains, exists in a place where intensity takes the place of intimacy. So the very thing that makes human connection so hard for him might just be the secret to his success in business.
Ultimately, the author, Walter Isaacson, he doesn't excuse Musk's behavior. Not at all. Instead, he just frames it like this. History is full of these great innovators who were difficult, impulsive, and totally resisted playing by the rules.
So the book leaves you with one final, really impossible question. It's not about whether you like him. It's about whether you can even separate the two sides.
Can you actually have the world-changing breakthroughs without the personality breakdowns? Can you get the rocket to orbit without accepting the demon that built it?